Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is December Daily 2024. Today I am working on days 21 and 22, and I've got a few things on my desk here. I did some very quick stamping with my Citrus Twist stamp set, and I die cut my number 21 because I didn't have a 21. And this was just a DIY embellishment that I made using a Temu die set. These were also cut using a Temu die set. This is a very old embellishment that I cut on my Cricut. DIY embellishment. And that's kind of where things are. So I will put you on fast forward as doggies go crazy in the background and see if I can finish this page up. So I'm trying desperately to get this album finished and clean up my craft room because I still have all my Christmas stuff out. Sorry if you can hear things in the background. The doggies are quietly wrestling. We'll see how long the quietly part lasts. Yeah, I basically said everything I really needed to say at the very beginning of the video. Most of these pieces are things that were already die cut. The only two things I really needed to do for this page were the 21 and those little silver cookie and baking things. So I did that just using some scraps that I had in my scrap bins. The dogs are wrestling on my lap. And they're going to keep wrestling on my lap. Ugh. They're very feisty today. They went and got their hair cut yesterday, so they're feeling all spunky, I think. I am going to pause, though, because things are getting a bit intense. All right, we have a pause in Doggy WrestleMania. So I'm just sticking a few different little things down. I really like that big 6x8 page on the left. And with all of the tariff talk happening right now between Canada and the US, I've been trying to find a different album. My albums, I buy all my albums through scrapbook.com now. But of course, if they're going to crank up the prices and the duties to get them across the border, I'm going to have to find another solution. So I've got time to figure it out, but I may have to switch up my album style so that I can do December Daily next year, if I choose to do December Daily. It could be a good excuse to take a break, honestly. WrestleMania is back on. So I'm just kind of gluing things down. There's really not a whole lot to say about this layout, to be honest. I didn't even speed the video up at all. So I've been kind of thinking about reorganizing my dies. I have some things ordered through Amazon, so stay tuned for an upcoming reorganization. And I don't really think it'll be a decluttering. I did a big declutter last year, so it'll be probably more about kind of taking stock of what I have and figuring out a new way to organize it. I love using my dies, and since I got my new Sizzix die cutting machine, I'm finding that I really enjoy making my own embellishments, and I always have, but it's just, I don't know, renewed love, I guess. I'm also overdue for finishing painting my craft room, and I would really like to give it a bit of a refresh. I've been looking at some furniture at IKEA, and possibly I'm hoping that I'll be able to refresh things in March during my March break. I have a dedicated craft room, which I know is a luxury, but it's not a big craft room. And I have a lot of unused vertical space on the wall in front of my desk. And I'm collecting more and more things, including my Project Life albums. And I'm just trying to figure out how to best use all of my vertical space and give myself more room for displaying my pretty things. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably be more than one video, but we shall see. So I'm still just kind of sticking little odds and ends down. And I know there's a mixture of gold and silver on this layout, but that doesn't bother me at all. At this stage of my December daily, it's kind of a hodgepodge of things that are going on in my pictures, trying to kind of fill in all the different spaces and not be too repetitive. But as I said before, it's usually around Christmas itself that I feel overwhelmed, like visits and presents and baking, and I don't know, it like I said, it could be a good excuse to take a break next year. I love December daily, don't get me wrong, but I feel like in December it's kind of the last thing I want to do. So I'll be back to you live here in just a moment. So day 21 and day 22 all done. I'm really hoping I get this album finished this weekend, so stay tuned. As always, thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you next video. Bye for now.